Hey everyone, welcome to our daily gratitude and affirmation practice. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so we got a lot going on with our videos. Get to listen to the rain today, so that'll be a number one gratitude. And so how you're gonna get the order of the videos. This one's gonna be first, but this is gonna be for 2 days ago. And then the trail running video is for yesterday, and then I'm going to give you another video for today with the raininess. And I was hoping to do 2 more outside videos, but that's not going to happen. So I thought it'd be really funny to do a car video just explaining the saga that was 2 days ago. So, yeah, 2 days ago, what are we even on? Thursday? So Tuesday, get a hold of the company, and I'm like, hey, so number one gratitude is I'm so grateful that I was safe, that I was able to take the car back. You know, you guys will not usually hear me say this. I have never had an experience like this before in my life. So it's going to be kind of a funny story, but it's also, I just kind of can't believe it at the same time. So I was using this company, this car rental, and I think I do not want to rent with them again. I will be calling in to make a formal complaint because it's a little crazy, but story time. So what happened? So I get a car, and, at first, of course you're checking the outside and it's fine, but then I go to drive off with it and I see that there's low windshield washer fluid, and I'm like, so I go back in and I'm like, hey, can you guys top me off with it? And they're like, oh yeah, you should be fine, like there's rain and stuff. And it was late, and I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna go. Then in the middle of it all, the tire maintenance light came on. And I was like, okay, like normal maintenance. But the thing is that I didn't see it probably for just a little bit, because the windshield washer fluid, you hit okay, and it continues to come back on and back on. But anyway, so I saw it, and then I was like, I don't know what possessed me to check the tires, because I'm used to it coming on in my car where it's like, oh, like it's, check the pressure, make sure you swap out your tires. And so that's what I thought it was. I look at the tires. They are on the line, and I was like, okay. And I see one of the tires, and it is just bald. And I'm like, how did they give me this car? How did I not see this? And so, thank God, it's number 2 gratitude, safety. Oh my gosh, what a godsend, because I was able to get back to the dealership. Now, I will say, when I got there and explained the situation, I was like, no, like this isn't, like, nothing happened to the tires. I just need another tire put on the car. And so the guy took one look and he was like, oh wow. He's like, yeah, we'll get you a new car. And I was like, thank you. So from that standpoint, like, I haven't had any problems with the employees. It's really just the cars that this company does not maintain. So he goes to get another car. I walk back to the doors, and I'm waiting outside of the front doors, and he pulls past me because it's a really small lot, and so I walk out to meet him, and the first thing he says when he gets out of the car, hey, do you mind a car that has a cracked windshield? And I'm just staring at him, and I'm like, what? And I look past him and into the car. This isn't a tiny crack. This isn't even just a big crack. It is cracked the entire way from the driver's corner down all the way across, and then another crack from where the rearview mirror is, all the way down. And I'm sitting there, and he's like, we won't charge you for it or anything. And I'm like, no, I would really like a car without a cracked window. Number 3, gratitude. We have boundaries now. We have boundaries. I think if I had been younger, I would have possibly considered it of when you're younger, safety is just not as big as it tends to be when you get older. And so I'm just looking at this and I'm like, no, I would really like a car that doesn't have a cracked window. And he goes, okay, no problem. And in my head, I'm like, what? I was like, do they just not maintain their cars? What is going on? He pointed to a car that was like right out front where we were standing. He's like, what about this one? Looked at the windshield. There wasn't any cracks. And then looked at the tires from a distance. They seemed okay. And I was like, yeah, that one should work. Obviously, let's inspect the tires. So I go with him. I'm doing my own inspection at this point while he's taking the other car back. Being really thorough. So the front of the car, it's dented in on the side. And we're not talking about like a tiny little like ping pong like side. No. Like an actual dented side. And as I continue walking around the car, the back is all scraped up. And then I walk around the other side of the car and I'm just like, where are they getting these cars? And in my head, I'm like, this is probably not the case because it seems like a legitimate business. But in my head, I'm like, are they just stealing these cars and like using them for their company? Like, again, I don't think that's actually going on. I'm just providing flavorful context for like the ridiculousness of what the situation turned into. And on the other side, more scrapes. And so like I'm having him note everything. And their policy also is like anything under 6 inches is considered wear and tear. And in my head, I was like, I really thought it was like 3, but 6? Okay, whatever. So at that point, I like really inspect the tires and I'm like, okay, yeah, this one, whatever. It's like a week. It's fine. So he gives me he's like, okay, keys in the car. And so I go to get in and I put my bag over the seat. And this is what I see. It looks like someone just took a knife. It was like slash. And at this point, I'm like staring at this and I'm like, what? I was like, this has to be a joke. And so it's at that moment that I then look up because I'm in front of the building to like, I don't know what, to like look at him, to like just stare at the building. Like I just was so befuddled. Listen, guys. Okay, number 4, that it's a funny story, but it's really not funny because I'm paying for this. Number 4, as I look up, I stare in the rearview mirror, and the rearview mirror's there, and I go, you've got to be kidding me. This is what I'm looking at. There is no back. It is just wires. And at this point, I sat there and I said out loud to myself, I'm like, just drive, Becca. Just drive. It was like 3+ hours of my day. Oh, and I just realized this. I didn't even notice that. Are you kidding me? What is this? I got into the car. I didn't charge my phone, but whatever. Okay. So, and I just noticed these other, like, slash marks up here. Anyways, I don't know what else is going on. But I was talking to, you guys know John, podcast John. I was talking to John and I was telling him my whole story. And he's like, yeah, he's like, I feel like they're going to the police auctions and like repossessed cars and just buying them off. Cause I'm like noticing more things like how the steering column is like, or the gear shift is coming apart. Yeah. So I will never rent with this company again. I don't even know what to say. It's just, when I can get through this, it'd probably be even funnier. But I just think it's really crazy. So that was my Tuesday. 4, I guess, already said it, but grateful, I guess it's a funny story, except not. And, I almost never do this, but I'm going to be putting in a formal complaint because it's expensive. It's expensive. And like, if I'm paying for something, I at least expect that I'm getting something that's in good condition. the windshield one just, it wasn't just one car. It wasn't just two cars. It's been 3 cars. And at that point with the 3rd car, I was like, how many more cars? I was like, I bet you there's just something wrong with every single one of these cars. So, yeah. So hopefully that was entertaining for you guys. All of my friends that I've rehashed the story with, I've kind of said the same thing about like, where, like, who is this? What are you doing? Anyways, number 5, so grateful I get to spend time with my family. I'm upset that it took away time from my family, but just so grateful that I've been able to hang out with my aunt and uncle and like watch the show and, you know. Number 6 for the day, or for Tuesday. Oh, they were the sweetest. I am so grateful for them and so grateful for food. They got me Thai food. I was gone for so long that I missed dinner, and they had it when I came back, and oh, it's such a blessing. I was running on low energy. Number 7 for the day. It's been a really productive week. I've gotten so many things done. It is so nice to catch up. So super grateful for that. Number 8 for the day. I'm like really trying to think back, because like that was the big thing of Tuesday was that situation. I think I still ran. No, I didn't. I didn't even get to go outside. I didn't run. It's also why I guys didn't really get a video. By the time I came back, I was eating, and then I think I fell. Number 8, grateful for Cooper, the little doggo. I did fall asleep cuddling him on the couch. So my evening ended well. Number 9, grateful. Okay. Grateful to my friend Jose. I talked to him for like 3 hours. So I called him. This is a person I recently met, but I called him while I was driving, and I was like, "Hey, wanna chit chat for an hour, and then I'll have a fun car story for you." And when we were talking, he's like, "So I gotta know, like." He's like, "Are you at least safe? Like, what's going on?" And I was like, "That's debatable, but we're not talking about this until later. I will tell you when I'm on my way back." And he's like, "Okay." We're not putting anything in the air. We're just getting there. So yeah, we talked about, oh, and in number 10, I'm so grateful actually that I did call him, because we were connecting on, there was someone who we both mutually know, and so I was helping him help her with a situation, and so I'm super grateful when my life experience comes into play, and it's in a situation where I have the ability to really help somebody else. So I'm very grateful that occurred, and I'm not going to say any details, but like, just unfortunate, and so I'm really happy to help out someone who went through an unfortunate event. So those are my gratitudes for Tuesday, which actually goes into the message I had. This has been in my head, guys. I was gonna do it for the next video that you'll see, that message, but instead I thought it would work really well with this situation. So you guys have been with me for a little bit. I am religious, but I also believe like every person has their own path. And I also am a person that believes whether you're religious or not, if you have read the Bible or know anything about the Bible, I think there's a lot of truths in it that you can take whether you're religious or not. So one thing that I was reminded of is, it goes something like, who can add an hour or like time to their life by worrying? And I've just been really thinking about that this entire week, because I noticed in my body and just my energy and just just my day-to-day as the week progressed, it's like things started stacking. You know what I mean? So it starts with one thing, you're handling it, and then you don't handle it quick enough, and then the next thing piles on and you're like, okay, like I'm still handling it. Then like you kind of get the first one almost taken care of, and then bam, the third thing happens. Now you have a sandwich and you're like, ooh, okay, it's starting to feel the pressure. And then like the first thing shifts out, but like immediately the fourth thing comes in. You're like, I can't catch a break. The second thing, like we're halfway there and dealing with it. Third thing, we're like 25%. And the fourth thing, you're like, okay, what do I do with this? Yes. And so each day I'm like, just take one thing at a time, or pick the thing that we're going to work on today. And we're just going to ignore the rest of it. And so that has just been really in my mind. How do you even add time? It's so true, and you actually take away from yourself. Every time that you're stressing about something, it just takes so much away from your present moment. And I've really been working on the last year that anything that's detracting from the beauty and the joy and me connecting with the present moment is not worth my mental space, even if it's something I have to deal with. So I've been putting less mental energy to it as much as possible, and really working on keeping my energetic baseline. So that's why you guys have heard me talk about, or will in the next video talk about, emotional coding and just different ways that I work with my own energy to keep myself moving and grooving. So it's something that I'm going to think about more and really be very conscientious of what mental energy and capacity I'm even giving to anxiety and anxious things. So that's the message of the day. Just a little food for thought. Are you better spent worrying about it? Or are you better spent taking an action to solve the problem, recognizing when you've done as much as you can possibly do? For example, like I called the company a couple of times. That was also frustrating because I called the company a couple of times and it took a couple of times to actually get a hold of somebody. And, but for those days after the call, I was like, I can't do anything else. This will be a tomorrow problem, and we're going to enjoy the beautiful time. Honestly, I'm so grateful that has been in my mind all week, because it's truly allowed me as much mental space as possible just to focus on things that are way more important, like my family and, cute doggos. Hope that's helpful to somebody. I pick up the sense that there's one or two people that's really, really going through a lot, and you guys have a lot on your plate. And you're trying to juggle so much. Like I'm just getting two people right now. One is, someone, I think like a mother that you have kids and you're stressed about finances. And then there's also a guy who just has heavy finances, doesn't necessarily know how he's going to make it work, and just has a lot of questions about life. Like if this is either of you, or even if it's not, and you're really struggling with being under the weight of stuff, get yourself out from underneath the weight first. Help yourself. And one of the best ways to do this, I find, I make a list of all my problems and then recognize your own capacity. Don't give all of your mental capacity and anxiety over to anxiety and these issues. Pick one to address for the day. And then identify which one's most pressing for the next day. Seriously, you're going to get out of it. I promise you. Okay, now affirmation time. Number one, as always, I'm divinely guided and supported. I can ask for help whenever I need it, and I humbly ask for help today. Number two, I love myself deeply, fully, and completely. I am fully. Number three, I allow myself to be fully supported, loved, nurtured, and I allow space for all of that to happen. And number four, I'm a person of importance and I matter. And number five, I allow myself to exist in abundance in all areas and aspects of my life as my natural state. I do not question this. I seek out more abundance. I seek deeper connection with it. And I allow my deepest, beautiful, healthy, nourishing, loving, deepest desires to come forth. And this is what I interact with in my present reality. 6, sleep Sleep is my divine practice. Deep, refreshing, peaceful, healing, soul refreshing sleep is available to me each and every night. Claim it tonight and every night. Number 7, I'm not going to stress. Everything is going to be worked out for my ultimate good. Number 8, I'm a person that everything works out for easily, effortlessly, quickly, and in my favor. 9, I think we're on 9 for the day. What a beautiful day to be alive. Even though all of this is happening, I hope that it brought like a chuckle to your guys' day and just the craziness of it. But what a beautiful day to be alive. Let's claim this day, our experiences, and appreciate the fact that we're powerful co-creators, and let's create an experience that we would like more. And 10 for the day, I allow myself to be in the present moment, unburdened by everything and anything, and just exist as my natural, genuine self. And we'll do number 11. I'm having a good hair day. They'll probably be in the next video, but I don't know. It might be back if we get to go outside. I'm trying to wait for the rain to stop. But anyways, that is all for today, guys. Love you all so much. What are you grateful for? What are you affirming? How are you doing? Let me know in the comments below. I will get back to all of you. Didn't anticipate the car thing, so between today and tomorrow, it's going to happen. But I love you guys. There's going to be a new podcast episode out by the end of today. It's one of the things I'm going to take care of. But I love you. Bye.